Hi everyone. I haven't done any videos in a while. This isn't really going to be a tutorial as much as it is just to quickly show you how you can use timers instead of coroutines in your game or app or whatever you're making. Why would you not use coroutines? You might not have a mono behavior or a game object. So I've got a static class here, which is my new message service, which ironically ended up being very similar to Prime 31's message kit, which I found after I wrote my message service. So I went through and tweaked mine a little bit to better align with theirs because I liked their structure. But one thing that I found was I'd often want to send messages here. So I have send message and a message type. I just use enum constants instead of ints. I realize there's some extra boxing and unboxing going on there, but I just prefer enums. And I can basically send different message types to different objects whenever I want from any object and register for those message types, and it works really well. But what I found is I'd often want to send a message with a delay. So, for example, I might want to fire off a message straight away and then delete the object straight away because I need to do something else, like play a fancy animation or something on the screen. But I couldn't do that because I couldn't delay my messages, and I'd have to do some weird, funky workarounds with coroutines and stuff, and I didn't like it. So I thought I'd investigate how I could add timers to static classes, and the best way to do that is with the C# timer class. So this is built into C#, it's not a Unity thing. It's pretty simple. Call the timer class, pass it a delay. That delay is set in milliseconds, and then on the timer.elapsed event, we need to add a new delegate. The elapsed event takes an object and an elapsed event args by default. I don't care about either of those, so I've actually created an anonymous function here. I'm passing an anonymous delegate basically. I've just got a debug statement here to show that it works. Then I'm just calling my original base class here. Once the timer has elapsed, I'm stopping the timer, and I'm also disposing of the timer so there's nothing left. Now, all I'm doing here is creating the anonymous function. So after I've associated that anonymous function with the elapsed event, I do actually have to start the timer. So this is what causes the timer to start. Now, what I've done is I've created a fire an event script. It's going to fire a message called message constants.change menu. So change menu is going to be fired after 5 seconds, and just my default message is going to be fired after 2.5 seconds. But I'm going to destroy my game object immediately, and this is what I was talking about. This is the problem that I have the most, was I wanted to destroy something but send the message later. So as you can see, I've got just an empty game object here called my message object, and basically that's going to get destroyed straight away. But as you can see in my console here, as I was testing before, I should see the events fire even though the object has been destroyed. So let's run the scene. And there we go. It played them in the right order, even though I fired them out of order, and gave me the right message for the right event. And as you can see, I've just got a cube moving on the screen to show that timers are asynchronous. They don't lock the thread. They don't do it. It's not a busy wait. You can do other things while the timers are running. So there you go. If you need to delay anything, like a static event, anything that isn't a mono behavior and you don't know how to do it, try using timers. Thanks, guys.